actually the next thing. So let's actually move into it, dude. We're killing it with the segues today.
Mhm.
Number 9, try new things. This is something I wholeheartedly believe in, is that humans rather. Humans are creatures of, like, we have to have challenges, you know? And that's why our lives are so easy. Like before the pandemic, obviously, our lives were so easy, and we were just in a routine, and we were just comfy. Most of us, like, obviously we're privileged, but like most of the country was privileged, and that's why you see all these, like, cancel culture. That's one of the biggest proponents of cancel culture, is because people get so bored and they don't have to fight for anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, our ancestors had to literally fight to survive, like, and to get jobs and stuff. And now we were so cushioned that we had to look for things. And that's what I feel like this is going to be a bold statement, but I feel like a lot of depression is caused by that kind of thing, especially in, like, suburban communities, you know? Like, I'm not saying every case, but a lot of the cases. And once again, I'm not a doctor, but it seems like, you know, lives are almost so easy that it becomes depressing. Like, if you're not fighting for anything, then, like we were talking about earlier, there's no purpose, really, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can totally see that, because people who lived like 1,000 years ago and had to do everything on their own, I mean, yeah, that's not a fun life to live, I wouldn't say, but they were focused on so many things. Depression probably wasn't even very prevalent back then, because it's not something that they really had to worry about, because they were so focused on doing other things that they weren't really worried about their mental state as much.
Yeah.
And they just made sure that they got those things done.
Survival instincts. It's actually, oh, geez. Dude, school's coming in freaking handy right now. There's this thing.
School is coming in handy?
Yes, bro. We
What?
learned about it in psychology. It's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it goes very well. Let me hit record on this screen recorder so I can edit this into the podcast later. It's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We learned about this shiz in psychology this year. That's Maslow. So basically, you start at the bottom, and it's physiological. So it's breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, exertion. So it's the physical aspect of your life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the basic survival tactics, is you need food and water and air, basically. So that's the first level. And the next level is safety. So it's the security of, like, your body and your employment and, like, housing. So, like, shelter. And so that's the next one. And then the next one is loving and belonging. So that's, like, you know, like having a girlfriend and that kind of thing. And then esteem is the next one. So self-esteem and confidence and achievement. And then self-actualization. So morality, creativity, you know, that kind of thing. So it's basically saying, like, so I feel like a lot of us were just super high up on the pyramid. And so then we didn't really have, like, the people on the bottom that are fighting to get food and water, they're not thinking about, like, that kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing that I haven't even realized this before, really, but people who are struggling for their lives, like, say people who are, like, prisoners of war, like Louis Zamperini,
Yeah,
for
we're reading
instance,
that book
like,
right now.
if you had asked him how he made it through that, he probably would have told you that he didn't really think about it. He was just living off survival instinct, and he was doing what he knew he needed to do to survive.
Yeah.
And when you're struggling, that's kind of what you just have to do, is you just have to use your survival instincts and just survive and not think about what you're going through, because when you think about it, it's not really going to help you at all.
Yeah. It's like, if you think, dude,